How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. So I wanted to go over my top 5 female Marvel Legends releases this year. I didn't get every single figure that I wanted this year, but I got enough that I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to do it. I do have figures that I really like from all over, not just Marvel Legends. We're going to do a top 10 Marvel Legends overall, a top 10 overall action figures, and then obviously we're doing this top 5. I already did my top 5 Black series for the last 2 years. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get into my top 5 female Marvel Legends figures.
And unfortunately, I didn't get as many of the female figures as I wanted. Like, I would have liked to get Medusa, but she's in a, like, I just would want Medusa and Black Bolt from the Inhumans. That's it. But they put them in separate 2-packs. So I didn't get her yet. There's a few others that I was like, but I'm pretty happy with the ones that I do have, give or take a few. And we're going to go ahead and do a top 5, and this is just my top 5. It's ones that I got this year, so figures I don't have are not included, unfortunately. So like, if I had had that Snap 3-pack with Rogue and Shauna, they would be here for elimination. But really, I'm just going to talk about the 2 that are like not the best ones in my opinion, and then the rest will be my top 5, and I'll talk about them. So the easiest one to eliminate here is Husk from, is it Gen X? Is that what it's called? With like Jubilee and Chasm and Monet Saint Croix or whatever their name is. I only got her because her last name is my mom's side family name, so I was like, that's cool that she has that name. And she has a cool effect piece where she's ripping her skin off, and then you can see the chrome underneath, because her power is she rips her skin off and there's a different element under her body when it heals or something like that, and she's got chrome here, so she could, I think it's just random, I believe. But there's not too much going on with this body. I think it's a little bit different than the Monet Croix. They're in a uniform. This is what they all wear. There is a Jubilee in this uniform that they haven't made yet. But I have this team, and it's like, why do I have this team? Why do I have Monet, Husk, and Chasm? And I don't know. But this was the first female figure that I got this year. Well, 2 from the same wave, and the other one is going to be in my top 5. But she's not that impressive. Obviously, she's not terrible, but it's just not really everyone's cup of tea, Gen X. So Monet, or not, sorry, not Monet, Husk, she is not on my list, but it is one of the figures I got this year, so that's why she's not going to be on the list. Just not good enough. Another one that could have done a lot better for improvements, although she's very pretty. I love the head sculpt on Amora here. She looks very, very pretty. But we don't have butterfly joints. We have the same outdated torso articulation. She does have very nice cleavage, so that's nice. It's an update of a figure that I had gotten rid of. We definitely needed an update of her. She's in the Executioner wave, so she comes with her Boo. Well, you have to build him. I have some pieces of him right here. I will try to complete him at some point. I just don't want the whole wave for retail, because Werewolf by Night was awful, and she's the only other one I wanted from that wave. Like, so I got those 2, and now I'm going to wait. But I really do like her head sculpt, her hair. The problem with her, though, is, like, there's no articulation on the neck peg. You just sit her head on there, and that's all you get is a little bit of sideways tilt. So she is not going to be in my top 5, fortunately. She's very pretty. She photographs well. I love the head sculpt. I like this new effect piece, but she's just lacking. Not in this area, but in the rest of the areas. My number 5 in my top 5 best female legends, in my opinion, of 2025 is Mystique, the quote-unquote Target exclusive. We know it'll go up for sale other places after a few months, but it is pinless. She does have some nice stuff. I like the skin color on her. The blue is very nice. It's not so dark and shiny. It's more of like a muted blue. Same head sculpt as the old one, but she's very pretty. I do like the head sculpt. I like the pinless update. She could have used with butterfly joints, much like a lot of figures on this list, unfortunately. They really need to start just using that super articulated female body for everybody, and just tweak it where they need to, and just get more body frames out there. But she is very nice. I gave her the old weapons. I'm going to get rid of the old Mystique and keep the weapons. But she's nice. She's cool. I like Mystique as a character. Obviously she's a bad guy, but she's still very cool. She's very femme fatale, as it were. So she is going to be my number 5. I do like this figure a lot. Go check out my review of her if you want to know more. But she's great. Number 4 is Maro, and she is a Marvel vs. Capcom character. That's why I got her. She's also from X-Men. I think it's New Mutants. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Y'all know. But there is some lacking articulation here, but aesthetically she looks good. I like the weapons that she came with. She is pinless. Like there's really no torso articulation other than up here. There's nothing at the abs, and there's really not a lot of movement. But like I said, I didn't get a lot of female figures. I do like looking at her. I think she's pretty. Her accessories are nice. I like the bones. They gave it a nice wash to make it look bony, as it were. So she's cool. More Marvel vs. Capcom is always cool. I will never hate on that. And I do like Maro. I think that she's a good looking figure. So she is going to be number 4 on my list. I think this is going to be a quicker video than my normal ones because I don't have an elimination style. But for the rest of the videos, like top 10 Marvel Legends, top 10 figures of the year overall, we're going to do elimination style. And then my worst videos will obviously be just, these are the worst figures, and I'm going to yell about them. But I really like Maro a lot. She is number 4. Slightly better than Mystique as far as the articulation and what she comes with and all that stuff. So Maro, I'm a fan. Number 3 on this list is Moonstone as Captain Marvel from the Dark Avengers. She is reuse of the Warbird body, the Phoenix body, whatever you want to say it is, Black Widow body, with obvious alternate pieces like the chest piece and all that stuff. But she does look really good. She can stand in as an Earth's Mightiest Heroes Carol if you wanted her to. In the articulation, she's got that hyper articulated body, so she's got everything you would want. Look how far backwards she goes. Like, that's what I'm saying. You have these bodies, Hasbro. You should use them. But it is a very nice figure. I tried not to use reuse the last few years, but like more and more figure lines, just more and more reuse. So get a new figure. It's new tooling. There's new tempo and all that stuff. There is new leg pieces on here. So there's enough new here that she is considered on the list. And she's actually pretty high up there because I really like the way this figure looks. You can use her as Moonstone, you can use her as Carol, whichever one you want to do. But either way, I think it's a solid figure. I don't like that we get those same effect pieces over and over, but we do get the same head sculpts that came with Warbird, just with different eye tempos. So I think she's a cool figure. I appreciate her. And that's why she's going to be number 3 on the list. She has that cool scarf that is soft and pliable and doesn't get in the way. So Moonstone, aka Captain Marvel, she is number 3. Right? Yeah, number 3. This may come as a shock to y'all, but Psylocke is not my number 1 because I'm also considering value in this list. So is Psylocke absolutely beautiful? Is she gorgeous? She articulate well? Does she come with accessories? Absolutely. But she was in a 2-pack with Thanos. I don't hate that Thanos figure, don't get me wrong. But that made her $60. This you could not get her for less than $60. Possibly more if you couldn't find the 2-pack. I love her. I love the head sculpts. Betsy looks great. She is a little loose, a little wobbly. But like I said, value is the main factor when it comes to the really tip top of the list. And putting her behind a $60 paywall is a sham. Hasbro should not have done that. We know why they did it. They'll always do something like that with a much wanted character like this. But she's a much needed upgrade. She's thick. She's beautiful. She's pretty. She's got her psionic weapon effects. The only thing she's missing is a katana. She should have come with a katana. We get alternate head sculpts, so like all the accessories are there. If she was by herself, $30, instantly first place. But we have to go on value based on this. When the price is going up to $27.99, $29.99, so like $30 a figure, she's literally half of that by herself, but you can't get her that way. So you had to pay $60 and get Thanos. And I don't mind that. Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, it's building up. But when it comes to value, look at that. I love that. Thick thighs save lives. When it comes to value, there is a better bang for your buck as far as this year with female Legends figures. And that's not even like articulation wise, it's just overall value. So she is number 2. So who's going to be number 1? Who could it possibly be? Of course, it's Fantastic Four She-Hulk because she came out at $24.99. She's a larger figure. Articulation's a little lacking on the chest area. She doesn't have butterfly joints. And unfortunately, they're not reusing this body mold for that red She-Hulk that's coming out, which is a complete sham. I think that's some bull crap. And I am going to make a video talking about the price increase and what they're doing and how they're still using old bodies and all that kind of stuff. You know me, I'm always going to whine about Hasbro. But this figure, there's really nothing to whine about. She was $24.99. She came with 2 head sculpts. She came with the 2 barbells, a bunch of different hands. And yeah, she's a huge figure. as you can see her next to Psylocke, she's much, much taller. So like there's no reason that Hasbro can't give us good deals. Like this is a reuse of the She-Hulk body from last year, the retro Iron Man wave. It's funny that they keep putting She-Hulk in non-Hulk related waves, but I'm sure we'll get a modern / classic looking She-Hulk at some point. But can't hope we'll get a good price for it like we did for this. $24.99 for everything that you get was such a good deal. And that is why I think that the She-Hulk is the best Marvel Legends release for females this year. Like, reuse, yes, but we got a new head sculpt, we get new accessories with the barbells, the peace sign, all that other good stuff. I think she looks great, and I really can't complain because She-Hulk is my second favorite Marvel character, and I love She-Hulk, and she looks great with the ponytail. You also get the big hair reuse head sculpt from the other She-Hulk figure. And there's just so much value here. Like, this is what Hasbro should be doing with Legends, especially if they're going to be reusing stuff. Put more value in it. But they would never do that. So yeah, She-Hulk, Fantastic Four She-Hulk, is my #1 female Marvel Legend for the year. So there you have it, y'all. There is my personal opinion, top 5 female Marvel Legends figures that were released this year. A little bit surprised with Psylocke not being #1, but value is the most important thing when it comes to a line like this. If you're not getting a value for your money, then you're wasting your money because they're already lower quality than like other versions of the characters you could get. So She-Hulk, Psylocke, Moonstone as Captain Marvel, Maro, and Mystique. That is my top 5. If you guys like this video, go ahead and smash like. If you agree with my list, comment, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. Just be nice about it. If you're new here, please feel free to subscribe. Become a channel member if you want to go one step further. It is only 99 cents. You get early reviews, live streams, stuff like that. Yeah, do all that stuff. Keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to your local LGBTQ community. Also stay tuned for my other top 10s. I know this is top 5, but depends on what I'm doing. Top 5, top 10. So top 10 Marvel Legends is coming. Top 10 overall figures is coming. So yeah.
I love y'all. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.
Return to
Mythical Walmart end cap.
Morty, you're still watching this crap, isn't this? Review figures and toys and stuff. Aren't you a little old for toys?
Geez, Rick, you know, I don't think you should call her a bitch, and I kind of like her videos, so maybe you should shut the up.
Q, Morty. Q.